Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Chargers, and it comes your way next.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Coming up, divisional round Saturday, we've got an AFC battle on tap, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the L.A. Chargers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him,
the first of four berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
and he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2, but his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can game, though.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, LA! A great effort there. 76 yards. And the Chargers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Extra point forthcoming. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. And a look at the man under center, now in his 8th season in the National Football League.
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the 2nd round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. Got a little careless last week. A few got away from him. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here is 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. He'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw's a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And this one is right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set it up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken in at the 22. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders Raiders pick it up, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Charger drive about to get going. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
It wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Here now, a 3rd and 20. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, the best in the NFL in no small part because of his running ability. But on that play, didn't matter to the defense at all. Nice stop for them, a feather in their cap for getting the sack and brought down one of the toughest guys to catch in the NFL.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's pulled in at the 32. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And it'll find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. A big play there for LA. 56 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Give him 2 yards. That sets him up first and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So out come the Raiders. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he gets it up past the 35.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. The throw over the middle taken in. He is putting on a show in this second quarter, racking up the receiving yards as he has a first down. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. This 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here. And the Raiders have got him. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
3rd and 20. As they run the counter play. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On is the Chargers punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
So it's on to halftime of this AFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. The first of 4 divisional round matchups coming up this weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round games in the AFC. And it looks like a good one, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts doing battle with the Kansas City Chiefs.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. Here's 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this is a situation where, as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
That's a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. And it's a first down.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on third down. Here's another conversion. And now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it first and goal.
They're going to look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he comes back with one complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal. Back to throw again. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll set up a throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So little by little, the better of these two sides starting to become more and more apparent.
3 points is not a knockout blow in the 3rd quarter, but when the other guys haven't shown they can do anything, they don't have any points, this is looking pretty good. Maybe not a knockout blow, but a good stiff jab, that's for sure.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And now here come the Raiders. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the beher team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Here's A.J. Coldell as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 35-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Looking to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 18.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Las Vegas first down.
They'll look to throw again. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job. Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. They'll try to run this one in. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. Now 2nd and 5. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2nd and 11. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he returns this to the 22. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Let's go ahead and put check marks by it all, partner. No points. Down by 4 touchdowns. Haven't had anything going today on offense. Why not add a late sack to the mix? Obviously a day to forget for all involved. Let's give plenty of credit to this defensive effort. They've been excellent from start to finish.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. They'll look to throw here. That is caught. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. From the 44-yard line, here's second down and a yard. They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 5, good enough. And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you've got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game. But let's not bury the team that lost. I think I do a lousy job of illuminating what a great year they had. Let's face it, when it's all said and done, they were one of 8 teams left with a chance to get to and win the Super Bowl. That's a pretty darn good season.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.